Tonight, we are going to witness the most anticipated live stream in the history of YouTube streaming for Warhammer 40k. Are you ready? Viewers, are you ready for the dozens watching live and the hundreds watching afterwards from Frost and Fist? Let's get ready to live stream!
We're live.
All right, what is up, beautiful people? It's Wolfbrother Methos
And it's Freak, and welcome to this Hobby Hangout. Yay!
Guys, we're so excited to hang out with you guys tonight, but we had to do, first of all, we're having a Saturday show tomorrow, by the way, for our UK and Europe and South American friends tomorrow at 4 p.m. UK time. So feel free to join us, or if you're over here in the States, 10 a.m. U.S. Central Time. And since we are doing a back-to-back show, we can't cover all the news twice. We don't want to give anybody a repeat show. But one of those things that's going to make that show special that we're going to have on Big Mac Danskull.
Yeah.
He's going to be an amazing addition to the show. But since we don't want to have the same show twice, and let's be honest, guys, Freak and I have no hobby update because both of us have been balls to the wall, working extra hours this week. And because we've been putting in some extra hours, we've had zero hobby time. We had to put in some hobby tonight. So tonight's just going to be a chill chat hobby hangout. Speaking of hangouts, tonight hanging out with us, we got a Hellworks by Harold Child saying, "Where is everybody?" Darklight Dreamer jamming out to the music. Lupus Canis says, "Evening, folks," and Roos.
Hurrah!
Got an evening from Darklight Dreamer, rocking that Ghost of Tsushima tonight.
Nice.
And X-Gear Commander says, "Happy freaking Friday."
Heck yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Been waiting for that.
We have been waiting for this. So that is the plan tonight, guys. I hope you guys grab a project and hobby along with us. And if you're not, you're just here for the chat and the company. Happy to have you too. So Freakaliciousness.
Huh?
Have you had a chance to enjoy anything this week? I mean, even if it's a different hobby, did you play any games?
Honestly, I've been so tired when I've gotten home. I think I played Payday 2 for like an hour or so with a friend of mine, with Oni Studios, and dude, we were just wiped. I was wiped. I was so done. I was like, all right, we're good. We're gonna call it here. So.
Oni Studios, by the way, put out a video, I think over the past week.
Yep.
Him playing some Forest. You can check that out.
Oh yeah. We actually we recorded one that was in it, but the problem is we were trying to figure out how to convert it to an MP4, the format, because it was an MOV. He recorded it on his iPhone, and it wasn't converting for some reason, and somehow he lost the footage to almost 2 hours worth.
Oof.
So he recorded it, and I wasn't available to help out with the recording, so he got another friend of his to help him out with it. But it looks pretty good. I liked it.
Y'all, just in advance, this Texas weather is pretty brutal right now.
Dude, it's
and
rough.
My AC is struggling to keep up. So I've got the fan going on in my hobby space right now. If it starts to be too loud for y'all, let us know, and I will turn that sucker off. I would rather sweat than impose any poor sound quality on you guys.
I don't hear it, dude, so you're good.
But, then again, I'm about to, I'm about to finally, I'm about to get in there with the airbrush and start priming some models. So that's going to be the same thing. If the air buzzing of the airbrush
same for me, guys.
Y'all's nerves,
Let me know.
let me know, and I'll make sure to mute whenever I'm spraying.
Is this too? Am I coming in okay? Here, let me see.
Yeah, no, you're good. Sometimes when you're leaning forward towards the models, your face is out of shot. But.
Gotcha. It's just my forehead, huh? My 5 head. You can see my 5 head.
Actually, when you were leaning forward, it was more like just the back of your head.
Ah.
Girl, the back of your head is ridiculous.
The back of my head is ridiculous. It's like a pack of weenies.
Can I get your number? Can I get your number, please?
Can I? Can I have it? Can I have it? Can I have it?
Oh, y'all just finally broke 100 degrees yesterday? We've been rocking that all week.
Yeah, man.
Since last either Friday or Saturday.
That's in the morning.
Many Warmuts in Arizona there, they've been dealing with the plus 100 for a while now. I'm not even sure how many Warmuts still alive, but he's a survivor.
So what are you working on tonight, hobby-wise, my friend?
Yes. So I just wanted something I could chat and read. You know, I didn't want anything I wanted to sit here and just super focus on. So I just broke out some more Orc boys. My brother Daz Rock and had his lovely wife, my sister Heather, come drop off more Orc stuff. I showed it off on stream, I think last week or the week before. So I like doubled my Orc collection. And I figured, you know what? Something that is easy and chill to paint without having to worry about if I screw something up, I can knock out some Orc boys.
Right on, dude.
So I'm going to do some priming. The vampire I primed last week, I'm going to do a little Zenithal with some white ink here. So that way I can, when I go to pick out the details, there'll be some natural undercoating highlights. And then, of course, you know me, I'm going to go back in and add what highlights I can. But since vampires have that traditionally pale skin, right, I especially wanted to get that white ink Zenithal from the face. And that way, when I go in like a pallid witch flesh skin tone, you know, it'll look more natural than trying to bring up that pallid skin color from, like, say, the black primer, you know. So I'm going to do some Zenithal there on that. I got in my Goblin order from the Foxbox miniatures.
Very nice.
That's pretty cool. And guys may have remember a couple weeks ago, I talked about a Berserker, a little Berserker that Chilling Wargamers got to collaborate with Foxbox Miniatures, and they got a little grot designed by Spud over at Chilling Wargamers. And it's right here, guys. Isn't he a cute little guy?
Oh, look at me, cute, he grows up.
Let's see if I can get him focused. Look at that right there, guys. That right there, designed by Spud. You got the axe and the shield, just screaming, ready to charge into battle, you know, like a hero grot. That's going to be so cool. And guys, like I've said before, you know, sure, these aren't going to be WYSIWYG for 40. Oh, I've messed up my zoom. These aren't going to be WYSIWYG for 40K, but a grot only has one weapon it can ever have, and that's a grot blaster. So, you know, instead of being a badass axe and shield, he's going to be throwing his axe like a grot blaster. And that's why I'm not really worried about WYSIWYG, because on a grot, it can only ever be one weapon. You see a grot, it will be a grot blaster. You know, and I just think that the grots from Foxbox Miniatures are just so characterful. I mean, there is just so much charm to them. I mean, here we got a little pirate grot here. Look how cool that is. That is such a cool goblin. Little pirate goblin with a little pirate hat that I just knocked off the face. Here, a little wizard goblin. And there's a couple more in the package too, like one with a guitar punking out to rock music. And so far, I've ordered from them twice, and they always, both times, they've thrown a free miniature in the box. So they're pretty cool.
Into that.
Pretty cool.
That's pretty cool.
And like I said, you know, the Berserker one is a collaboration with Chilling Wargamers. So of course, you know, we got to support our brothers over at the Chilling Network. So of course, I got myself one, and don't tell that handsome guy Freak, but I actually grabbed a second one for whenever he starts his order.
What? I won't tell.
All right, catching up with the chat. We got the Smash Captain Archer in the chat. He joined us. Good to see you, my brother.
On duty as always. Welcome, my brother.
Darklight Dreamer is eagerly waiting right by the door for his copy of Ghost of Tsushima to come in. I don't know if you've seen that, Freak, but it's a brand new samurai / ninja based game that looks absolutely gorgeous.
Really? Which?
Ghost of Tsushima. Dazrock says, "Oi there, folks."
Is that the one on Steam?
I mean, it's out on the consoles.
On the console.
It just now,
One
just
of my
today came
favorites-
out on consoles.
One of
Or
my
just-
favorites for that was my all-time favorite, Shadow Warrior.
Oh, cool.
Oh my god, I love it. Oh, I love the original, and it was more like a Doom, the old '80s Doom version, or early '90s Doom version. And then
Right.
it evolved, and they recreated it, and it's so freaking good.
Oh man, I'm gonna check that out.
Oh my gosh, it's awesome. Of course, it has Lo Wang's, funny, sayings and stuff. Of course, he's got a mouth on him, so it's like...
Of course.
Yeah, but it's just so funny. He's cocky. Love it, dude.
Can't hear Berserker without thinking of two things. One, Fate Stay Night, and two, Clerks. I don't remember Berserker and Clerks. The Pirate Goblin is a Freebooters Goblin. You right. Archer says, Ghost of Tsushima has strong Sekiro vibes. It's super cool and has even a mode called Kurosawa mode that makes it look like a film from the 60s or 70s. I know.
That's
it's very cool.
Cool.
Just all the gameplay footage I've seen of Ghost of Tsushima I cannot wait to play it.
I imagine it's a horror? Is it a horror?
No, straight up action.
Ooh.
And it's like got a RPG kind of element too, because you can develop your character into either like a serious noble samurai warrior, or you can go down a stealth path and become, a dishonorable stealth from the shadows and kill everything ninja assassin.
Really? So it's almost kind of like, it gives you more of a feel like Republic, Night of the...
Oh my goodness! It is Samurai KOTOR. Yeah, that's
yes, Night of the Old Republic. Yeah, wow, that's cool. I love that style of gameplay.
Yeah. So and I love anything. That's vanity and customization are my favorite things in video games.
That's right.
That's why I love your Dragon Ages, your Skyrims, your KOTORs, your Mass Effects. So being that you can customize, I'm sold. And just the combat looks amazing too.
Right.
So guys, tonight I'm working on some boys. Freakalicious, what are you working on tonight?
Well, so I pretty much finished my little ninja guy, right? I think it turned out pretty freaking cool. Your face up there, ninja.
And what a great segue from Ghost of Tsushima.
Right? Right? Let me see if I can get the light to play nice with it. So get over here. Anyway. So I think he turned out pretty freaking awesome. So now I'm working on the base, and I decided to give him kind of like a sci-fi looking base, very, very outer world, if you will, almost alien. And that's kind of what I'm gonna give it. And there's a stand. It works perfectly because he stands beautifully. Let me see if I can get him to do it. The paint's kind of wet. I don't want to jack it up, but he's gonna stand kind of like that.
That's going to be so cool.
Oh yeah. And it's going to be
you
a
said
nice
you're painting this as a display piece for your shelf, right?
Yeah, exactly. So, I'm really. And by the way, this was printed. I'm really loving it because it was actually, resin printed, and it's my first showcase piece that I printed. That I'm happy. I've happily painted.
You have been such a badass with that resin printer lately. I mean, they always say to expect a few failed prints, but you have just been absolutely knocking it out of the park since you booted it up.
I have not rolled ones lately on my print. Everything else, yeah, I'm okay.
Oh my God, please knock on something, please. Everybody in the chat, if you could just knock on some wood real quick. or you can either knock on wood or press F in the chat to pay respects.
Rip.
I was just giving them options, bro. I'm just giving them options. Yes, you can do both.
Oh my God. Wow. All right, well, yeah, so Methos is already taking a GoFundMe, raising a GoFundMe account, so, yeah.
Yo, man, you get a whole bunch of press F for respect.
God. Oh my God. Yeah, but anyway, so I should be done here pretty soon with the basing, and I'm gonna lock them down, and then I've got another little project that I was working on, a little project I'm doing for you there, and I just gotta prime it down some, and I think it's gonna look pretty cool, man. I'm very impressed with the level of detail that the printer's been pushing out. I'm not, you know, it's funny because I'm not printing every day. I don't have it going on the whole time. I take my time, find what I need to do, take my time with the supports, kind of play it in my head to see if it will work, and it seems to turn out. So again, knock on wood, I'm hoping that it continues at that streak, so we'll see. Oh my gosh, so today, this week though, my man, this week has been absolutely, so I know I shared this last week with everyone, but everybody has been out. One of our senior help desk engineer, she moved today, or earlier this week, and so we were out a person, and of course we had another guy, another team member in our IT department, and he had contracted COVID. And so it was just me and my system admin. And I have respect for system admins, but he didn't know this. He didn't have the full knowledge of what we do on our side. So he tried to help the best he could, and I really appreciate it. But it was still grueling. It was still a challenge, quite of a challenge. So, but man. So today, I'm telling you, I really was struggling because I don't know if I remember, I think I shared with you guys that I actually did on call for 2 weeks in a row. And then my sysadmin, he did 1 week, and so we had nobody else to roll it back to. So I was like, man, it's a hell no. You know, if they're gonna try to come after me and see if I wanted to do it. But then I was thinking in my head, you know what, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna offer to, if my sysadmin will do Friday night and Saturday, I'll do the rest from Sunday all the way through the rest of the week. Well, this morning we got a message from the guy that was sick. He says, "Hey, I tested negative. I'm clear. Everything came back negative. I'm all healed up now. I'm back at work." Dude, you remember the part of I want to say is Quest for the Holy Grail when he goes, and then there was much rejoicing. Yay. Yeah. That was, oh my gosh, there was much rejoicing. So, yeah, like, dude, you're on call.
But like actual rejoicing, not just
yay. Oh, no, dude. We were pretty much high-fiving each other. I was chest bumping and everything, dude. It was awkward. But yeah, it was. Oh my goodness, dude. So I am very, very happy, dude. I get to not be on call, you know, so I'm like, oh, thank God. So I'm so happy. I'm tired, I'm worn out, my brain just shut down, but you know what? This is like, when you told me, hey, let's just go ahead and do a sit and chat, oh man, dude, I was like, oh. Absolutely. Yeah, neither of us have had time to hobby all week, so. I know, man, me too. Serious long days. In fact, we were considering trying to get together for, we wanted to do a couple things. Yeah. We got one shout out video. Well, now we've got 2 shout out videos to do, but yeah, we had one shout out video earlier in the week scheduled. Plus, we were going to try and get together for our 700 subs giveaway, which we're almost coming up with 750 now. But our work schedule has just been so swamped that once again we had to push back and reschedule. So I'm hoping 3 years later. Hey, maybe we should do our 700th. I'm hoping, you know, if either of us get any free time this weekend, maybe we can crank out something or other. I know we're both kind of busy, but if we can crank out some time for a live draw, Yeah.
or a live or pre-record or something.
Yeah.
I mean,
We can figure
heck, maybe we
something
can do it tomorrow during the show. I don't know.
Yeah, we figure something.
We got to get that done.
Yeah, definitely.
Anyways, but yeah, we had planned on meeting up a couple of times. We were planned on knocking out the giveaway video. We planned on maybe even getting a little bit of raft, but man, it just worked and slammed.
Grueling. But you know what? Nothing puts a smile more on our face than being here with you guys on a Friday night.
Especially getting some hobby done. Like this.
Lion. This is like
Just sitting here priming models, I'm feeling like a
right. It's like it's all coming. Woosa, right? Okay, yeah, it's all coming down. So.
I just can't express how happy I am just to be priming models.
Dude, right?
It's kind of sad, really.
It's like right, priming. Hey, we got a brush in our hand or an airbrush in the other. We're happy.
Archer says, I've been doing, I asked what other people were hobbying on. Archer says he's been doing lots of small projects with his printer, like a whole plate of 20 of the cupped hands to support a rifle or other weapon. Very nice.
Oh, that's pretty freaking cool. That's what I love about these printers, man. You can add so many different really cool accessories to what you already have.
And that was one of the things I mentioned to you that because I run a lot of Malay-based armies, I run out of the hand, because I keep getting the weapon options, but I keep running out of the hands.
Right.
They're the arms for the weapon, for the weapon options. So that would be really, really extremely helpful.
Oh, absolutely, man. You know me, brother.
Oh no, Darklight had his Ghost of Tsushima rescheduled for tomorrow. No,
Oh, dude, I'm so sorry, man.
that's a whole day off that he was supposed to have his game.
Oh,
Wait,
my gosh. Did he take the day off?
I don't know if he took it off or was scheduled off.
Oh my gosh.
Either way, I mean that's a day off.
Still a big
Wasted.
suck, yeah.
Not wasted, but like
It's still a
when
big
you
suck.
expect, oh man, I'm going to be off for this new game.
Yep, the expectation.
And it
Yep.
doesn't happen. Yeah, that's a crappy feeling.
It's a big suck. I'm sorry.
And not even just something like this, delivery failures. I'm sure you've had that feeling before where I'm finally going to get to play this new game, and then work happens or some kind of other adulting happens, and it's just like this was supposed to be my game day.
Yes. I cried. Sorry.
You guys are going to have to do back-to-back drawings for 700 subs than 800 subs. Lily says he's not wrong. Hey, we'll just double up the prizes then. Hey!
Funny.
Mini Warm, I just finished 20 Mantic Plague Zombies. Very nice.
Wow.
Man, you're knocking out some models, my brother. Wolfwraith says, hey all, how's it going? One of my favorite Twitch streamers just showed up in the chat. Wolfwraith, how are you, buddy?
Tell them what we doing?
You
tell Wolfwraith what we doing?
What are we doing as in...
Yeah, like if you guys are just joining, we're just hanging out. Or you get to see the back of my head sometimes. So it's
Yep. Every time you lean in close, it's just the back of your neck.
y'all see the back of weenies, the back of my neck.
Gosh. We have the Commodore. The Phalanx has entered high orbit.
And also the very one that has created our some of our intros.
Absolutely, absolutely. Those really awesome announcer-style intros all come from the Commodore.
Heck yeah, man. I think he does it straight from the Phalanx, too.
Darklight Dreamer says he's taking the lack of his game for his days off in stride because he's off for the next 2 days, too.
Very
and that
good.
is, I've been super busy lately, but that is something I'm taking some R&R time for. Sunday night, Darklight Dreamer will be coming over to watch some, what is it? What's the name of the show, babe? Extreme Rules Horror Show by WWE on Sunday. We're gonna watch, me, Lily, the kids, Darklight Dream are all gonna watch some wrestling pay-per-view. It's gonna be awesome.
How cool is that?
Yeah, family day, baby.
That's awesome, dude.
Family Day, where we get to watch people beat each other senseless.
Hell yeah, man. Nothing says a good time like watching somebody pulverize each other.
Mini Warmat says, I have your coffee mug, which I appreciate you sending us the picture. That's awesome to see. He says, I have your coffee mug, but I refuse to use it till November because I refuse to drink hot coffee or tea in the summertime. I'm having a cup of Yorkshire tea right now, and I've got the fan blowing on me.
Yeah, I drink coffee any time of the day. I'm just that kind of weird guy. There it is.
Yeah, that's me. I have to have multiple cups.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, if anyone is into some of the YouTube Let's Play scene, Jacksepticeye, one of my favorite YouTubers.
I love Jacksepticeye.
Has launched his own coffee company called Top of the Morning Coffee. And I've ordered me some Top of the Morning, so it should be in sometime. It's a
Dude,
pre-order.
let me know how that is, because I'm curious.
Let you know how that is. Psst, you're going to be coming over and we're going to be having a taste test.
Hey.
That might be just a little behind the scenes video we can toss up.
Ooh, that would be so cool. Dude, that would be awesome. Oh, that would be cool. And then tag Jacksepticeye like he will ever watch our crap.
See, I just read Mini Warmut's comment in the Vanilla Ice voice. He said, in summertime, it's ice coffee.
Oh my God.
Ice coffee to go. Anyways.
Oh God.
Archer says he's got his Frosted Fist mug sitting in the corner of his desk currently. Nice.
Noise. I just noised your noise. I will probably have some coffee in it tomorrow. So I can wake up for the UK show. That'd be awesome. Top of the Morning deserves Bailey's. You right? Right? Man, you ain't lying.
That's when you know you're getting old, getting excited about different types of coffees.
Right?
I mean, yeah.
Pretty much.
I've been addicted to coffee since I was like 13, which I am entirely blaming my short stature on.
I blame my grandmother. So Hispanic women just happen to, for some reason, I don't know why, but they tend to give their toddlers, almost infant, bottle with coffee and milk. So that was what I used to drink when I was a baby. At least
how'd you get out so big?
Huh? Right? Yeah, man. I used to ask for that all the time, man, until I was, I think I was 4.
Don't stroke my ass.
I was like, can I get a bottle with coffee, please?
Dude, I'm glad she did. You might have come out Lou Ferrigno size.
No, you ain't lying, huh? We're gonna stunt your growth, you little fart. You're growing up too fast there. Oh, this is cool. This turned out real good.
Commodore says he included himself in that coffee group. Admittedly, though, part of that is because Jacksepticeye is one of my favorite entertainers too. So it's kind of cool to be getting coffee, from a YouTuber you enjoy watching. I just think that's pretty cool.
Here's a fun fact. He is also an amazing musician. What musical instrument does he play?
Jacksepticeye?
Yes.
I have no idea.
Go. Anybody knows in the chat, let me know. It's actually pretty cool. He is an amazing musician. What instrument does Jacksepticeye play?
Piano? Harmonica?
You're guessing. it blew me away. It blew me away when I found out what he plays. And I was like, holy crap. Not only is it an amazing YouTuber, but he has an incredible talent. And I never knew how good he was until I watched some videos of him actually playing this instrument.
Oh, Darklight's thinking about picking up an acoustic guitar around tax time.
That's cool. Do it.
Well, you are an incredible pianist, so I think you'd be great on the guitar too.
Hell yeah.
Just because you
I
have
think the fact that you got a good ear for music, that you hear yourself, you know, dude, I think you'll go a long way. Just whatever you do, don't give it up. Because if you're playing consistently, the first couple of months as you're learning, that's the crucial point. A lot of people quit the very first month of playing. If you get past that hurdle, you keep practicing, you're going to get good, just like you did with the piano. Anybody? Okay, so you give up?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
I never thought that he was this proficient in drums. Jacksepticeye is an amazing drummer. Like, holy crap. This guy can, rocking out too. We're talking about like crazy rocking with the stuff that he's working on. New full set or electronic set, whatever it is, he plays it, dude. Incredible. Dude, kills on drums, man.
That's awesome.
Yeah, man.
Why did I just spray? Okay.
Yeah, I never thought that he was that good. Like, oh my god.
Well, I mean, it kind of fits his personality, though.
It really does.
You know, it's a loud, excitable, and boisterous instrument, and it's kind of right up his personality.
Yeah, it was so amazing. It was so cool to see somebody do something different. You know.
Oh yeah.
You know him as a personality, but when you see him, he's like, oh my gosh, he really rocks this out, dude. I'd love to play some music with this guy. This is the kind of guy you would really want to jam out with. Like, man.
Oh yeah, I think about that kind of stuff all the time. Like some of the heroes I like to follow on YouTube. Of course, those in our hobby community would be great to have a coffee or a beer with. But
oh yeah,
you know, also like some of the ones even outside of our normal wheelhouse. You know,
right?
You know your Markiplier would be great to have a coffee. Well, he doesn't drink coffee anymore, but something. Jack would be great. I mean, Jack is a full-on coffee enthusiast, so he'd be really great to have a coffee with. Darklight Dreamer is another YouTuber I would just love to have a coffee with.
Oh my gosh! So I'm a huge fan of Darklight Dreamer. I really am. And honestly, I equate his entertaining style to Markiplier. That's how good he is. And honestly, I miss it. I really do. My family, the whole family watches it. I mean, we watched every episode and like, well, what are we gonna do? Let's just watch it again.
Nina into it, right? And
yeah, Nina and her ex watched it. Like, man, it's just he is an incredible entertainer. He knows how to get you. And he's got a great comedic style. Because it was very natural because he doesn't do jump scares too well. And it's funny. Oh, I miss it, man.
And he really does a good job keeping it comedic. Like,
yeah.
Okay, so, it's a fine line, right? Okay, the saltiness especially on a lot of video game YouTubers, saltiness sells.
Right.
Getting frustrated with the game. People often find it funny to watch someone gamer rage, get upset with the game. Right. There's a fine line to it, though. There is a point where it gets uncomfortably salty, where it's just like the entire video is just like, F this and F that, F the people who made the game.
Yeah. Kind of like our last rant?
Huh?
Kind of like our last rant from our last video.
Yeah. Although I have to say, I saw somebody review the rule book today. I think it was Mini Wargaming,
Right.
and they were talking about the. By the way, they added a couple more videos to that how to play 9th edition list.
Mini Wargaming?
Yeah, Mini Wargaming.
Oh,
they
okay.
added 2 more videos.
I've got to go check
definitely
it out.
recommend it.
Yeah.
But one of the things they did was kind of flip through the terrain section. Of course, I do know all about the saltiness. Hellworks misses Darklight's jump scares.
Oh man, I'm telling you, dude, he is. I'm a huge fan.
Oh yeah, I'm actually priming stuff right now. Brian, where's Darklight's Eldar? They are right there in that corner by my DVDs. So the idea is that one day when I get caught up with my painting, I'm going to actually finish painting his army, and from that, I'm gonna crank out some lists, and whenever Darklight wants to, I'll even play them and practice how to play Eldar, so that way I can write out some lists. And whenever Darklight is ready to play, he doesn't have to put in any research. He doesn't have to learn what's good, what's not, what works in an army, what combos there are. I can pick out a list for him, say, hey, this is what's been working for me, put it on the table, and we can have a little friendly game. So that's the idea. What was I saying? Oh, right, our last chat. Elstonation, you are here much earlier than usual, my friend.
Yeah, what the heck?
So, Mini Wargaming was flipping through one of the rule books, and I am less salty about the terrain now because instead of having to try and remember the thousands of combinations there can be for terrain and keywords and stuff like that, the rule book actually has a list of different terrain types that you can use as counts as stats for whatever's on your field. So they have a couple of basic templates that you can just assign to each of the pieces of your terrain. I mean, you can still go with the different custom tags and try and remember all those things, but the fact that they have that listed there, that this piece is going to have these couple of keywords and this piece is going to have this couple of keywords. I mean, obviously, it's going to take some getting
Right. It's almost like stats for another model, basically.
Exactly. And one of the things I want to do that I was talking to Atlas, by the way, I thought would be cool is just making little toothpick flags like they used to do on little maps and stuff like that. Instead of just saying like these are French troops and these are like we could do little flags like one with the sword. This is the melee kind of cover.
Yeah.
This is obscuring cover. This is breachable cover.
Honestly, that would be good for Bert and Ernie for me. You know what I mean? So
I need the Bert and Ernie too.
Yeah.
Elstonation says it's 3 a.m. over here. For some reason, my body wanted me to wake up earlier. Must be Frost and Fists. That's awesome.
It's amazing how our telepathic powers reach out all the way across the pond.
Hey, if you have any time tomorrow, Elstonation, my man, we've also got a UK stream coming at 4 p.m. British time. So that'll be cool. Warmutt unsupervised. Hide the beer and make sure he don't sleep in the yard. Boom. Elstonation's magic beard appears and my lasagna is ready. Thanks, King Elston.
It's either that or your neighbor runs up to you while you're sleeping and writes on your face.
But yeah, I am all about, some Bert and Ernie kind of easiness.
I think that's a great idea. That's a very good idea.
I think that'll be a pretty good video too. A
Yeah.
little hobby cheat. Yes, actually, lots of people have been sending me because they know I'm into video games and I'm into 40K. They've been sending me the screenshots of Warhammer models and I don't know if I told you, Freak, in the game Last of Us 2, a brand new game that's out.
Yeah.
It's been out about 2 weeks now.
Yes. I saw the whole Let's Play for the first one and I loved it, dude.
It's such a good game, and the second one,
my God.
the internet is very divided on it, but I really enjoyed watching it.
Yeah.
Our brother Oversoul Gaming did a no commentary, so you could just enjoy the story. So good.
I
So
haven't
good. I was
seen it
mad.
yet.
I was
need to-
extremely mad for certain parts, but it's so good.
Yeah, well, I mean, it definitely. Well, the first one did that same thing too. Without going into spoilers, the first one, if you guys haven't played it yet, you gotta go check it out. The first one definitely invoked a lot of emotion. That's how you know a game's good. You know, when it really pulls on emotion from the player.
Oh yeah, the both of them definitely make you feel for sure.
Yes.
Nate's Miniatures. Good evening, my man. Good to see you.
Yeah, we got a whole crew.
So, anyways, because people know that I'm into both, I've actually had several people send me screenshots of Warhammer 40K models, or not 40K
Yes,
probably.
yes, Easter eggs in the
Yeah,
game.
40K models, even a whole bunch of terrain and a battlefield that looks like the virus outbreak happened in the middle of somebody's 40K game, which is pretty cool. And then one person sent me, they had a whole like display of like a castle terrain with Space Marines on it, you know, taking the castle. It was pretty cool.
Yes, dude. That was actually pretty. I saw that too. That was actually a pretty cool thing. So this is a very cool piece of terrain because the way it's supposed to be, right? It's like I said, it's more of a very alien style of terrain, but what is actually coming out is more like fleshy tentacles with little tongues that are sticking out. Pretty interesting. So, but I wanted to keep it. You'll notice a little bit of the tone. It's more. I'm not sure if you can see that or not, but a lot of it. I'm trying to keep it more woodsy tones, but I'm still giving it a red, fleshy look to kind of give it that. Okay, this isn't wood here. This isn't dead wood, and those little things. That's not leaves. So
that's awesome. Little Japanese hentai going on.
Yeah. Tentacles, of course, man. You know, it's not Japanese hentai without tentacles.
I mean, who doesn't like a little tentacle in their life, right?
Exactly. You haven't had a little tentacle, don't you know what? Okay, so I'm gonna try. I'm really enjoying this, man. I needed this so bad. Little purple wash for the basing, and I'll call it done. So if you guys are just joining, Methos and I are just doing a little hobby hangout. We're just chilling out. We're just enjoying our company with you guys, our company with each other, and knocking out a little bit of paint hobby here.
Yeah, we both had an intense work week and haven't been able to hobby, so we making up for it tonight.
Yeah, man.
I don't know if Freak secretly likes tentacles because we did just announce it on the internet.
Where the hell does that come from? Why? How did my name come up like that so fast? Hey, tentacle freak!
I mean, Freak is right there in the name. I mean,
this is true. I cannot dispute that.
people are like, how did I not ever see this before?
So how is everybody doing? Hopefully nobody in the chat has contracted the Kung Flu?
Elston Nation says, I want to do a chill and chat with you guys at some point. I'll see if I can convince Spud as well.
Oh my gosh, that would be so cool.
And we've been meaning to have you guys on here as well. I just We just got to get our schedules aligned. I know sometimes the weekend is not the best time for you guys, but definitely when we can work something out, man, we would.
Heck yeah.
I mean, whether it's our channel or your channel, man, just anytime we can align our schedules,
baby, what ifs.
Thrilled at the opportunity to work with you guys. As we say all the time, by the way, if you guys will look in their lower left hand of the corner, we are proud members of both the IDICBeer Warhammer 40K Unification, IDICBeer
We are proud of
Wargamers
that too.
Unification Group, and the Chilling Network.
Yep.
And of course, you can find links to both the Unification Group and the Chilling Network down below. Let me double check to make sure it's still there. Yes, all the links to the Chilling Network are down below. You can go check them out, guys.
Of course they are.
And if you go check out, as we recommend all the time, their Thursday live chats, you can definitely see some hits of their Chilling Wargamers theme song written by the Freakaliciousness.
Absolutely. And so I have not a bone to pick, but I have something that really kind of caught my eye, like almost literally punched me right in the eye, you know, because the Spudmeister showcased a very interesting piece recently. An Imperial Fist orc. Really, bro? Really? It's almost like it was a space marine that ate something really bad and then turned into the ogre. You know, it's like, dude, you should have not done it. Should have stayed away from
maybe he got
rats.
some gamma radiation, like Bruce Banner.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's actually a little more, you know, realistic. But I'm thinking more of like, you know, Shrek kind of. You know, I told you not to eat those rats. Those rats were nasty. So, but yeah. I'm like, really? But it came out really good. It was like, I can't be mad. It looks so good. I mean, could you imagine him walking into the army? He was like, howdy, boys.
I have to say, though, his Imperial Fist orc looks amazing.
Yeah. I mean, imagine him walking in the army.
Full squad of them now.
You know, he's like, I'd like to join your army if you don't mind. You know, and everybody's looking like, who's this guy? Did you invite him? Oh, of course not. I thought he was with you. No, I thought it was your mother. Oh, yeah. Like, I think that'd be a great skit. This Imperial Fist orc is trying to join the Imperial Fist army.
That's funny.
I can do what you can do.
Station says, I'm not sure if that's an innuendo. We do that so often, I can't even tell what it was at this point.
What, innuendo?
We make a lot of innuendos.
Oh, yeah, we always do. I think we do it in our sleep.
Nate's Miniature says, oh, it's a war band of orcs that think they're space marines. Oh, yeah. That was one thing I was mentioning. I think he's doing a whole squad of them now. And I think he's done them with shooters now, so they look like they're holding bolters in true Imperial Fist style. It's awesome.
That's so cool. This turned out to be pretty freaking cool. Be happy with it. Oh, this ninja is so, love how it turned out.
By the way, in the chat now, Archer is now, Brother Archer.
Wow! As he should be.
Archer says that orc boy with the fist, shield and helm and armor. Yep, that's the one.
Yeah, with a big old fist in the front of it.
And Elstadation confirmed he is super involved with those orcs, and there are definitely more on the way. The internet's been loving the Imperial Fist orcs too.
Yeah.
Although they seem to like any kind of really cool conversions for orcs, you know?
Yeah, I think it's cool. I love the yellow on the orc though. Alright, this looks really good. I'm happy with this. I'm gonna have a let's get him on his base. Sniff a little glue. Okay, and then let's get him on this base. All right there, my friend. You are going right there.
Frost and Fist, have you guys been offered to join the Creator Discord yet? I don't even know what the Creator Discord is.
I don't either. What is the Creator Discord?
Pretty popular ones. I'm in the Chilling Wargamers Discord, of course. I'm in the Gamecraft Dragons Discord, and one for the Epic Painter. By the way, you guys know every week we always recommend you go check out the Twitch channel, Wolfbrother.
Wolfbrother, yeah.
Our friend of the channel, Goldfish of Justice, by the way, has also started on the Twitch scene lately. You can find some awesome painting hangouts with Goldfish of Justice over on the Twitch as well. You know, being that we've got a couple of different friends on the Twitch now, I've been trying to put it off for so long because, you know, there's already a ton of stuff to watch on the YouTubes, and we've got a couple of friends over on Twitch, but now that we're making a couple more friends on Twitch, I went ahead and made space on my phone to finally download the Twitch app too. We'll see how long I keep it there, but I mean, with people like Wolfbrother and Goldfish of Justice, Alex Attempts Tabletop making some quality content on there. You know, it was time to finally get the app.
Yeah. No, good on you, man. Oh my gosh.
Is there a place you can message us privately? There is our Facebook page, The Frost and Fists. There is our Frost and Fists Instagram. You can message us at.
You can even visit us at the Chippendales a couple nights a week. So it just depends on, you know.
Yeah,
but we have to.
I wouldn't recommend the Chippendales just because they get really antsy when the dancers have guests that linger.
And of course, they don't. The clubs don't really know we're actually showing up. So that's the thing. They're like, "What are y'all doing here?"
You guys are back again?
Right? I'm like,
security.
Yeah, the show must go on. We're not quitters.
Lady Dragon says she wants to make a fan art of or a drawing of you doing a Chippendales Chris Farley style dance off with
Absolutely.
with a towel drone.
Absolutely, I think it's a great idea.
See, I'm enjoying that I'm finally getting in. This is my only chance to hobby all week, and all I'm doing is just mindlessly spraying green on these orcs. But that's what orc projects are good for.
You know what? You guys might be able to see this. I've got it in my light box, so let's see if I can actually bring it up. I'll have to take some pictures. See.
Thank you very much, Nate's Miniatures, my man. We will definitely check that out after the show.
So there it is. You see that, Methos?
What? Oh, I mean,
Is it dark?
I can see it in the distance.
I don't get it. I don't know why it just decides it wants to get darker and darker and darker. It's like, why?
You know, the color is fine. It's just.
Yeah, I have to take a picture of it. Anyway.
Yeah, I think a still would definitely serve it a little better.
There's that phone. Let's see.
Archer says, very nice freakaliciousness.
Thank you.
If anything, it will link you up with other YouTube mini creators for your interviews. Awesome. Awesome. Well, we are all about celebrating the community here, so.
Oh, hell yeah.
And, as our brother Spud would say, hashtag secrets, we, just for everybody in the chat, have already got our Saturday, next month's Saturday live chat for our UK friends already planned out, and we've got a pretty epic guest book. Of course, anything can go wrong between now and then, so I'm not going to spill the beans just yet.
God knows how good our tech would bullshit. Like, oh yay, technology, no bueno.
Yeah.
So y'all pray for our technology here.
But I mean, it's a pretty big Saturday guest we got on next month, and of course this month, epic Big Mac Danskull. I haven't had a chance to chat with him properly since I started painting orcs. I mean, he's got Big Mac in the name.
Oh, this is true. He is the orc. He's like the mega orc, bro.
So this is another 10 orc boys I'm painting up right now. So this will put me to 21 boys, and I'm painting up a boss knob for them too. So it'll be an actual sizable squad, which I've been feeling the need for, especially since we're going to be going into our first 500-point 9th edition game soon.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, orcs got to have bodies, right? If you don't have at least one big squad or something, I'm doing something wrong. Speaking of orcs, the Pale Orc says, my wolf brother's from another mother.
Hi.
G'day and all that. Yeah, nah. Brother, what is up, my man? You guys got to check out the Pale Orc's channel and his Instagram, because he has been working on a scratch-built... I always get my big orc vehicle things mixed up. I want to say Stompa? I believe it's a Stompa. Scratch-built Stompa. You know what? I'm going to lock it in. Okay, final answer. Scratch-built Stompa. Survey says that is like 3 game shows right there. Crap, I need to focus on the lasagna. Getting cheese all on the keys. I'll be listening.
Was that mini warm-up?
Yeah.
That sounds like a mini warm-up.
That's funny. I didn't even have to say who it was. Of course, he's always the one making us hungry while we're doing the show.
I know. Never fails.
I blame it entirely on him and take no personal responsibility for the fact that I always have the munchies right after the show.
Right?
But dude, I think I'm getting pretty close to having. I think once I get these boys painted up, I'll probably be pretty on. I think I'll be pretty on target to play a 500-point game soon. And then the first vehicle I'll have ready, guys. One of my brothers used. Killacan is the Grot version with only 2 arms. So step up from that is a Death Dread. So I've been working on my brother's used Death Dread, where's my mouse? There we go. And so this was kind of a brighter red, like an Evil Sun's kind of red. And I've been, putting in some locking in some golf colors. Where these gold pieces are here and here, and on the forehead, I'm going to be doing my rust colors and then putting the steel over that. And then down here where the blue is, I'll be putting my steel color there as well. There's also my rusted steel where I put in first the reddish beastly browns and then some rusty orange, and then I start, glazing in some silvers on top of it. So, and then of course, I'm not sure what I'm going to do with the claws yet, but it shouldn't take, since it's already got like all some of the a large part of the metallics down. It shouldn't take me too long to paint this up, to a playable level and then get it based up. So I think this will be pretty early to go into my Force 2, and then I'll have some actual vehicle-y killing power. Technical term. Tacos, says Brother Thomas. Brian, did you axe your Facebook? Nope, I'm there. Tacos every day. I had some tacos today.
I had tacos too there.
Well, rather, Thomas says, actually, my mistake, it's a chimichanga. Mine was technically a fajita because it was a grilled chicken, but you know what I mean.
I love me some fajitas.
I like the Seinfeld bit when, they're ordering different kinds of Spanish foods, and it's just like, it's all the same stuff. What's in a burrito? It's tortilla, meat, cheese, pork, beans, and vegetables. What's in a taco? Tortilla, meat, cheese, beans, and vegetables. What's in and it just keep saying the same ingredients over and over again for different names.
Did I be triggered?
Huh?
Should I feel triggered?
I mean, if you want to, I'm going to go ahead and say this is Jerry Seinfeld's bit, not mine. And I take no responsibility for Jerry Seinfeld's bits.
He's like, you do you, boo. You want to be triggered? Go ahead. Get the trigger on.
Also, that's like my third time not taking any personal responsibility in like 3 minutes.
You know what, dude? It's Friday.
It's kind of a personality flaw somewhere, but...
Ow. It's me. Shut up. Oh.
Sadly, I don't know if it's just my perception of orcs or what, but I feel like once I sprayed the green of the skin tone down, I feel like the orcs are pretty much almost ready. Like, yeah, they can be played. It'll be fine. I'm aware that there's more to it than that, but... With orcs, it's massive bodies anyways, right?
Yeah.
Okay, this is pretty cool. These, I think, are my favorite knobs by far. Is my brother Daz, when he handed me, when he had Heather bring me the second set. Oh my God, I've been out of focus this whole time. I don't know why I just fixed it because I'm about to go up close again. My brother Daz hooked me up with some of the Assault on Blackreach knobs, and I just think they look so beefy and imposing. And I mean, they come with just basic choppa and shooters, so they're not like the most powerful. But as far as the models, I think they're the coolest looking knobs. I mean, I ripped one's arm off earlier tonight and replaced it with a Power Claw because Power Claw. But man, I just think it looks so cool, so beefy.
You look beefy.
Got him. Speaking of beefy, that's a kind of, I guess, not really a hobby update, but like an alternative hobby update. Is a couple of our friends kind of challenged us to get involved with a 100 push-up a day challenge. And so I've been doing that. This is going on to, I think I'm in my second week.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm finished with 2 weeks. Somewhere in there. I think I'm 2 weeks in. and just the 100 push-ups have gotten easier. I've been doing sets of 35. So I started with sets of mostly 20 and sometimes 10s, like for those last 80, 90, 100.
Right.
A couple of sets of 10s at the end,
Yep.
But like now I've been consistently knocking out 35 a set, and it feels good. Like I can actually feel myself getting more used to them, by a minuscule amount, but still getting a little stronger. So, feels pretty awesome.
Oh, definitely, man. I got to get back into it now that things have kind of quieted down a little bit at work. I can actually feel like, I'm rested now.
Mini Warm Hut says, "Psst, dig trenches. Believe me, you'll get a workout." No, that's fine, man. I appreciate the offer, but I don't do the heat. Your Wolf Brother is an absolute wuss when it comes to heat.
I've been there. I've done it. I've served my time.
See, I remember before I moved to Texas, I actually used to like going outside. That all stopped once I moved to Houston.
I remember when my when I lived at my old house, we had a hurricane that came through, and the wind forces actually knocked down a lot of our fence. Well, our whole back fence was completely blown away. So we hired a couple guys to go ahead and drop a fence in the back. Did a beautiful job, except the morons put pilings right directly on top of the one of the legs of the power line coming from the transformer. So only part of our house had some electricity. So the electric company basically said, everything from the transformer into your yard is your problem. And
wow.
I'm like, yep. So I grabbed a pickaxe and I started trenching. I trenched because it has to be, I forgot how the depth, I think it was about, close to 3 feet actually. And I had to actually dig that trench all the way up to the transformer so I could hire an electrician to come and run a new line to my box. Yeah. That was not fun. So yeah. Yep, never again. Ugh.
So those who have been watching the show a while know that I have been painting my orc since a little bit just before the 9th edition announcement, but because you guys know when you paint something new, you're eager to play it, right? And so I've decided that at the very least, at the initial small points, this is going to be my 9th edition, getting to learn 9th edition.
That's going to be your starter, huh?
Yeah, it's what I'm going to start it with.
Okay.
As long as I can get the points for it. I mean,
right.
I'm pretty sure I'll have that first 500 points by the time we actually get to play. But because I've been actually pretty steadily chomping through these. I have no idea what I did with my cleaning brush. For the chat is, I know you will be playing your Imperial Fist for 9th.
Of course.
Is anyone in the chat else has started a new edition, new force? Has anyone here started working on, or if not a new army, have any of you started working on new units that you want to play in 9th edition? That would be pretty cool. So like here, I've got painted up. You guys have probably seen them on the channel. I've got my 11 boys to start with, and this other 11 here will put me up to a squad of about 22, including the knob boss. But also, I've got 5 knobs. I've got a weird boy, and I've got a wall boss lady from the game Craft Dragon. So lots of cool stuff here, and a death copy, all painted up. Now, well, I mean, these other boys here will be painted up whenever I finish. But so, anyway, and I've got a mostly painted Death Dread. So I've got a pretty good force here. I've probably got 500 points I can roll with. I need to get a truck because my boys definitely need some delivery. But But yeah, that's kind of what I'm looking at as far as orcs here. I've also kind of put in even though I've got a whole bunch of orcs for my brother, just because I want to see how commandos will help me tie some stuff up. Commandos, by the way, Freak, are like orc scouts. You know, they get to start off that scout move ahead, and then they can be like 9 inches away from your enemy, and then move in and make that charge first turn. But also, like scouts, they don't do much damage. You know, just base strength 4 attacks, no AP. So it's like they get in with that early attack, but they don't do much damage.
Right.
I still think it'll be kind of cool just to see how they work, you know. Oh, unlike scouts, though, you can't give them any kind of like camo saves or anything like your ridiculous scouts do that can never kill off of an objective. I'm gonna throw 30 shots at this 2-up cover save. God dang it! I killed 1. Anyways, but yeah, I think they'll be useful for tying something up. Obviously, I can't do like I did in 8th edition and just tie up, say, your last cannon predator for a turn.
Nope. Fuck it. Nope.
Because it can just las cannon them in the face, right?
Pretty much.
But maybe I can tie up, say, if I'm lucky, you know, your Hellblasters or something like that. I think it'll be a kind of a cool unit to play with. And, you know, if I decide I don't like the way commandos, you know, work, they look close enough to orc boys that I can probably just put them in with the boys. Also, as a Goth, by the way, I can pay a command point to make all of my Goth boys called, I think they're called Ard boys. You know, big Ard boys, you know. Anyways, and they'll all be base strength 5, so that'll be cool. Just like tons of strength 5 attacks coming in, wounding those Space Marines on 3s. So I think it'll be cool. And when you got a squad of like 20, that's a lot of strength 5 attacks.
Yeah. I think it will be fun to actually have very thematic, you know, 500-point game where it's orcs versus Marines. That's going to be really fun. Very much thematic, you know.
Yeah, fists and orcs together are going to be a great. I mean, you'll probably shoot. I've been seeing a couple of 9th edition battle reports. I will probably get shot to death before I make it to Malay with you. However, I think it's going to be fun either way, because even if you know even if I lose, I'm going to be getting in some glorious combat with my orcs.
Yeah, I think so too.
Even if you lose, you're going to be pulling tons of bodies off of the table, because I mean, there's just going to be lots of orcs to kill, and orcs don't really get a save. They got like a 6-up save, and you know, once you go into tactical doctrine, even your basic bolters get a -1.
Right.
So my orcs aren't going to get a save, and you're just going to be pulling bodies off the table. And I'm just basically going to try and be killing you with sheer volume, you know? So I think either way, it's going to be a good time with glorious combat and lots of dead bodies, you know?
It'll be fun getting back on the table.
Say what? Oh, yeah. I'm really, really eager. I'm like dying for a game right now.
Yeah.
Archer says that thing with the power company, that's crazy because they usually do all the way up to the meter.
Nope, not this. No, I thought so too, and I actually fought them, and I even threatened to sue, but I read it. Because from that transformer, because what happened was, because remember there's 3 lines. Okay, there's your positive, negative, neutral, right? Your 3 phases rather. Not 3 lines. Your 3 phases. While one of the phases was completely blown out because they put a footing for the fence right on top of it and completely shorted it out.
I'm gonna need you to hold the chat for a minute, brother.
All right.
Keep them entertained with the story.
Anyway, so when they put the footing in, right? So they did a beautiful job, but they dug right on top of that particular cable, and when that concrete hardened, it destroyed that phase, that one line, that one phase of my. So it burnt out, literally fried all the way up to my my box, and yeah, we were liable. We fought it, and we got to the point to where, okay, I wasn't going to hire anybody to come and dig. I mean, I was going to say, you know what? I've got a pickaxe. I've got some shovels. I'll do the job, and then I'll hire an electrician to come, drop a new line, and then hoping that they're not going to charge me too much for it. So I lucked out, actually. It took me 2 days. It was all day Saturday and all day Sunday to dig. I mean, and I think it was, it was at least 13 feet. 13 feet from the box all the way to, from my what do you call it, from my box all the way to the transformer. So 13 feet, 36 inches down. So it was grueling. I don't think it was 36 inches because I think, I don't remember what the requirement was. Anyway, the depth was enough where, besides, I have to actually, I had to dig, and I had to be real careful because I didn't want to damage the other good phases that were there. So you guys probably dealt with that. I don't know. I mean, it was just crazy, and I didn't want to, damage any of the other lines that were there. So. I don't know. Have y'all had any problems with that kind of crap before, where you had to actually, do it yourself, and then that's just my luck. I rolled ones that night, so great. Not only did I lose my fence, I lost my power because of the guys who tried to fix the fence. So I was without power for 3 weeks. Oh my God, 3 weeks. We had a little window unit that ran a line to the active phases that we were able to get power to. So it was absolutely crazy. Anyway, let's check the chat. All right. God, cheese is getting cold. Just charge the hell out of it. It's something you cause. LL. Yeah, you know what? That's another thing. So I thought it would be a good idea to go after those morons that actually damaged the line. It was the kind of help that you really can't find. You can't say, "Hey, I'm gonna call this company." No, it wasn't that. It was very, very cheap labor. So I got what I paid for. So
like Lowe's parking lot cheap labor.
Yes, like Home Depot parking lot cheap labor. And as a matter of fact, that's kind of where I found them. So they did a fantastic. They looks great. Looked great. Blew out my freaking line. Never again.
So guys,
next time they'll be freaking insured. I'm gonna see their insurance, tag, everything. You ain't touching nothing. So.
Yeah. It's an unfortunate risk when it's unlicensed help.
It is, and it's. I'm thinking I'm saving a buck or two. You know what I mean?
Right.
But because the insurance wasn't going to cover that.
Sure. Yeah. Check this out, guys. Hobby update. I forgot to mention. Got another, and I got the other model to this set a couple weeks ago, but the latest one from Geek Gazpacho Miniatures. So check this out, guys. So I had that lovely night.
Oh yeah.
Late night before. Cool. This time it's the Kitsune, the Fox Spirit. And I think her name's Lady Yukari. Yukari. Lady Yukari. I can just open the box and find out. Yukari! Check this out. So you get her name and the fact that she's number 46 out of 200. And of course, the card is also just another beautiful artwork too of the character. So So cool. And of course, I do, before I paint up these lovely miniatures, I wanted to make sure I got them in my collection. However, I want more practice, and this is where my Sisters of Battle really going to help. I want more practice at painting, these lovely, soft lady skin tones. Like, who is ideal? Like, I would love to be able to paint ladies the way Shoshi's Miniatures does. I mean, I have no real aspirations to really be a display painter, but man, the ladies that Shoshi paints for Kingdom Death Miniatures, absolutely phenomenal. So now I've got the 2 ones that they currently sell, and I'd love the company. I will be making sure to keep an eye out for more that they do in the future.
You showing off your ladies? These are my ladies. These are my ladies. Just equal. This is silly. Reference to a movie, by the way.
The amazing Elstonation started some Necrons, and now he's been convinced to try out some old school Warhammer fantasy. So he's doing Lizardmen as well.
He started Necron? Really?
I was about to say, how do you feel about that, knowing that one of the heroes of YouTube that we absolutely look up is playing your most hated faction?
I mean, I can attribute it to him trimming his beard, maybe. I think after he trimmed his beard, all of a sudden, it was like, kind of like Samson, he lost his power. His mojo's gone.
I mean, they're probably still going to be phenomenal looking Necrons.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, yeah, no doubt.
I don't think there's any power lost. I mean, I'm pretty sure he'll have them painted up in, the blink of an eye. But and that's a fun fact, guys. Elstonation can paint a Necron faster than it takes for reanimation protocols to take it.
And God knows I hate those. Stupid reanimation protocols. Freaking suck.
I thought you loved reanimation.
Shut up!
Man.
Like a hemorrhoid.
I deserve this. The one orc that I have that's a commando, it was a test commando I put together before the rest of the unit gets here. Had a clog in my airbrush, and it unclogged and just blasted out.
Oh no!
Green all over this commando's back. So now there's no shades.
Oh no! Was it the new one? The new airbrush?
Probably with some Space Wolves gray. I really like that color as a shade.
Methos. Was it the new airbrush?
Yeah, it was the new one. I probably just need to clean the needle real quick.
Yeah. Dude, that splatter, man. That'll make you cry.
Yeah. Elstonation says, long beard equals Jedi short beard equals fun times. Needle actually looks pretty decent. No real buildup. Just wipe it down real quick and put her back in.
Hey, Methos. These are coming out. They're not black, but they're definitely pretty close. Okay.
Well, if nothing else, man, I can always just base coat black.
Yeah, I mean they're there. It's like a dark gray, like a dark charcoal gray.
Right on.
So at least you'll have a decent basing. Okay.
Like I said, it's no problem. I can either once over it with the airbrush or at least save it for some select.
It's so cool to see the level of detail because they're clear. You can't see the detail of them, but when they're primed, oh my gosh!
A couple of times he's a bit, and I am mostly messing with him. But because it's clear resin, he's put it. He puts in the chat like a video of, man, look at this amazing thing I printed up. But it's clear resin, so it just looks like, some. transparent, transparent blob, and I'm
Blob,
like,
yeah, that's what you
"Man,
call
that
them,
is
freaking
really
blob.
cool, invisible something."
Yeah.
He goes, "Man, I hate you." You suck." I was like, "No, whatever the hell is there in that invisible space, I bet it looks phenomenal."
Right, exactly. I imagine it looks great. I'm like, dude. I mean, if you weren't my friend, I'd be wishing gonorrhea on you right now.
True friends piss at each other's weedies from time to time, I guess. That could be taken the wrong way.
Yeah, something like that.
What'd you say, babe? No. I'm sure it's fine. It's just like the tasting level of a courtesy stick. Do. Man, I can't wait to see that thing. Are you priming it subassembly, I imagine, or together?
What's that?
Are you priming subassembly, I imagine?
Yes,
or
yes, subassembly.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So I'll send you pics here in a little bit. You can see the true detail of it. It's, oh man, you're gonna be happy. It just looks
It just described us as heterosexual life partners.
Mini Warma. Well, guys, I'm going to take a dive into the Beyond the Gates of Antares. Something about that game grabbed my attention. Lore seems cool, too. Definitely not grim dark. But enjoy it, my man. Let us know what it's like. Yeah.
Lily says, as my wife, she agrees about the heterosexual life partners. Hey, both of our wives fully know and understand that we talk to each other on the phone more often than we call each other.
Yes, that's true. I have a brother who's 3 years younger than me. I talk to Methos more than I talk to my own brother. That's sad, I guess.
I was over at his birthday last year, and while his daughters were giving him their gifts, they're like, "Now I'm the favorite. Now I'm the favorite." And then at the end, I gave him my gift. And they're like, "I think we've all been wrong. He's the favorite."
That was funny. That was almost awkward, but it's like almost everybody knew, you know? It's like, no. Like the elephant in the room, but surprise. You know?
I was like, "I'm sorry. Should I go?"
They're like, no, we already knew.
Archer says he used to be referred to as Hellchild's work husband at one point. That's right. Man, so you have gotten into Rune Wars, and now you are going into Beyond the Gates of Antares. Mini Warmut, play in the field, different games to tickle his fancy, different minis. Very cool. So, Freak, have you seen anything 9th edition? Seen a couple battle reports, man, and Death Guard.
I actually started. I started on some, but I haven't really sat down and had a time to actually Because typically I can do that at work when it's quiet and everybody's doing their, their work, and I'm just waiting for something to come in. But I just didn't have that, so I'm hoping now that my buddy's back, that I can actually take some time to actually experience some. I've seen a lot of orcs. There's a lot of orc battle reports. I'm really surprised how many there really are. Because everybody's trying to figure out the whole melee thing.
I need to check those out. I've seen 1.5 battle reports because I didn't get to finish the other one. Also watching at work. I mean, not watching at work. So I didn't get to finish it, but the couple of orc armies I saw, especially with like the new blast rules and stuff like that, really kind of struggled.
Yeah.
So, of course, it just could, part of that could have just been, again, people still trying to figure out orcs in the new edition,
Yeah, and mainly because it's, they're trying their hordes, What I haven't seen was Tyrannid. I'm surprised I haven't seen much Tyrannid out there, but I know
I saw Mini Wargamers put out a Tyrannid's battle report today. I haven't had a chance to check it out.
Okay. I know there's a lot, like I said, there's a lot of people doing orc battle reports. So it'd be interesting.
Oh yeah, babe. Oh yeah, babe. I love the combination of Warpstone Glow and this Necrotite Green for Orcskin, man. Ah, that's so cool. Just like Garfield, Mini Warma just gained 10 pounds on lasagna. I went really old school today, brother.
How's that, my man?
I was working out today, and Lily goes, push it. So I went and downloaded some salt and pepper, man.
Oh, my God.
And, yeah, I was working out to it. It's funny because my friends and I, we joke about that song, working out to that song in our group, but my mom used to be a health and fitness aerobics instructor back in the day.
Shut up.
And that is one of the songs she used to lead her class to.
Are you serious? That's so freaking cool, man.
Yeah.
Dude, your mom was a badass.
Yeah. It is funny, though. It is almost comically amusing to think of the same lady that used to be on a Muay Thai competitive team in Thailand, who was so brutal they made her compete on the boys team.
Wow.
Also being an aerobics instructor.
Wow.
She said that the teachers literally told her parents that she had to compete on the boys team because she's too mean.
Oh my God. It's funny how they say that, boys grow up to marry their wives that seem to be very similar to the mamas.
Oh yeah. That's a good point. I never thought of that, with Lily having a gold medal in breaking shit. Too legit to quit. Hammer time. Yep. Pump Up the Jam. That's another one my mom used to. Oh my God. The main one I remember from sitting on the bleachers and waiting for mom to finish up her aerobics class was a CNC Music Factory. Oh, and a little Marky Mark too with Good Vibrations. Man, I know not a lot of people paint their orcs this bright, but man, Necrotite green is my color, dude.
You do beautiful green work, man.
It's it's funny because I came at this recipe almost lazily. Because Necrotite green over Warpstone Glow is the exact same recipe I use for my salamanders. I mean, Cane's. I keep saying that every week. Cane salamanders, not my salamanders. Cane salamanders. And I love the way it looks. So through laziness, I think I've stumbled across a great orc color. Olivia Newton-John. I don't mean to I don't mean to be that guy, Warmutt, but I don't recognize that name. Huh? Yes. Oh, Sandy. Okay.
Yeah, man. I had the hospital when I was a kid.
I mean, you know what? I love you, Freak.
Don't you do it. Don't you do it.
I did that. That was a freebie, Freak.
Don't do it. I know where you're going with that.
I didn't do nothing.
Don't do it. Busting up the old jokes today, bro.
I didn't say nothing.
Oh, my God. Here, I'm gonna send you a pic of the what I got this thing. Oh, damn it! I got splatter all over my phone. One of the legs.
I was airbrushing my mini, and then my finger slipped, and the air pressure from the airbrush just yeeted the model out of my hand.
That's happened before.
Scheiße. Mythos, ever thought of getting an anime action figure and painting it up to have more detail? Just finished season 4 of My Hero Academia. Yes! And thinking about doing it with one of those action figures. Oh my god, that would be so amazing. I'd love to see you do that. And actually, anime figures are kind of pricey, and so that is one of the few things I've ever been like, I buy it and put it on the shelf and don't touch it. But man, that actually sounds like a really cool idea. Who is your favorite character in My Hero Elstination? My favorite big three, of course. Number one, I really like Eraserhead. He's pretty awesome. Bakugo or All Might. All Might's my next one. All Might is just so inspiring. Like some of his speeches and stuff like that through the series is just like man tier. Like the Dean Winchester, one single man tier, you know. Bakugo, that's awesome. You know, it's funny. Because I have kind of a feisty temper. My kids, when I'm starting to be a little bit, you know, grouchy, they sometimes refer to me as Bakugo whenever I'm starting to get a little grouchy. That's usually also about the time that Lily asks me if I've taken my focus attention.
Which we need to get to you very soon.
Yes.
We'll need to get to you very soon, won't we?
Yeah, I am starting to run a little low.
Yeah. My wife doesn't let me run out.
Yeah. In fact, I was like, babe, I might just go down to one focus attention a day, just because we're getting kind of low, and you know, it's a bill week, and she's like, no, if you need to get the focus attention, let's get it like right now. Oh.
Wow, she does that to you too? Dude, I'm serious. I get that same exact lecture. Like, no, you're not. You're not going to cut anything down. As a matter of fact, I think you should probably up the dosage. Yes.
Oh, cool. All Might is voiced by the same person who does Vegeta. That's awesome.
I like Vegetas.
My Bulma!
I like Vegetas.
That's awesome. Mirio is your personal favorite? That's 1 million, right? If he wants to save 100 people or 1 million people.
I don't know what to do now.
Also, I have to say, yeah, just the whole show, so good. Yeah, Lemillion, that's what his name is. Yeah, some of you may know this last October, the family and I did a family cosplay of My Hero, where Lily was Miss Joke and I was Eraserhead. We went as the teachers, and then Star was Icy Hot, and Cheetah was Iravity, Uraraka. So yeah, it's funny when he doesn't have his special costume that he has to get naked to go translucent. I mean, yeah, he's a boss even without his powers. I mean, he's like freaking Batman. Even oh my god, spoiler. But yeah, he's like freaking Batman. The only one I'm not a massive fan of is Creepy Diaper Guy. Minetto, yeah. It's a fun anime though. Have any of you done a? I don't know about you guys, but whether it's 40K, whether it's an anime, a movie, if I really like something fantasy based, I like to do a self insert. Like, what would I be in this world? Does anybody else come up with their superhero that they would have? What would be your superpower in this world? I think that'd be pretty interesting. Freak, if you could have any superpower. Freakalicious.
Yeah.
You could have any superpower.
Okay.
What would you have?
Oh my gosh.
You know, it's funny. I just realized Outside Xbox just covered this on their friendship test the other day, and they stopped because one of the hosts had a little rant about the only people who want invisibility powers are perverts. they're like,
that is a good point.
Or bank robbing. What other uses?
That is a good point. Yeah, these are deviants that want that power, right? I mean, who haven't seen Hollow Man, right? Okay,
it's fair. It's fair.
I'm telling you, man, the power to fly, just always been a dream. Love. If I have any ability, it would be to fly, just to fly and be completely immune to, altitude changes and air quality and all that crap. So yeah, fly would be my thing. That's just. It's so funny because since I was younger, I used to do a lot of flight simulators, and I'd have the yoke and everything, and just love the idea of the art of flying. But I remember having a very vivid, lucid dream, actually, of flying.
I've had dreams about that too.
Well, without drugs, just was.
Man, I waste so much paint. I need to get some more dropper bottles. I love P3 paints, but man, trying to airbrush with it, just always goop.
Yeah. Hey, okay, so this is a little paid break here. I'm not gonna lie, guys. I've been trying this for quite some time now, and I think it's about time that I should share it. So, I've been watching some Luke's AP. A lot of you are probably familiar with him. The guy comes up with some really creative ideas and ways to be able to, do things on a cheap, but keep the quality as close to the same quality as the name brand product, whatever that might be. And one of the things that I've actually watched was the way he makes his flow improver. There's so many different ideas and thoughts on making flow improvers. Some people use, water or with a little bit of soap. Other people use, different types of their chemicals. The one thing that he recommended was glycerin. Vegetable glycerin. It's the same stuff people use for vaping. The exact same stuff. Vegetable glycerin. So I kind of watched one of his videos, and basically what he did, he says, okay, what you want to do is fill up a little water bottle with about 75%, water, and then fill the rest up with glycerin. And it's just enough to keep, the airflow on your airbrush, or even, when you want to cut down or thin your paint, it definitely does a really good job to thin it down and keep it from drying out. And I tell you, I have not had a problem with dry kit, and it doesn't matter what, how high the air pressure that I put my airbrush. For those of you who actually use your airbrush, this is a very, very easy and very inexpensive way to create this flow improver, and it's very effective. I was very impressed with how well it works. And this bottle here, I think, cost me $3 or $4 on Amazon, I believe. Yeah, and it's I barely used it. So pretty stoked, and it's clear. It doesn't leave a film. You know, it's really cool, and you can actually feel it. You know, it's got like a little slight viscosity to it. Not viscosity. It's just very. I don't know. It's a little slightly slick. You know. So it works really well. So just something if you guys ever need to make your own flow improver and you really don't want to spend, you know, $11 for a bottle, which I'm not discouraging you to do it, but if you want to do it on cheap, by all means, try that. Try the whole vegetable glycerin. It's really cheap. Fill it about three quarters of the bottle with water, and then fill the rest with glycerin, and you got yourself your flow improver. It works really well. Now back to our regularly scheduled programming.
Yeah, I'll go find the video here in a little bit and toss up the link if anybody actually wants to see it.
Oh, I'm just cleaning up all my brushes.
Kaiju Shorts.
Hey!
Who Mini Warmuts is calling Aquaman.
Yes!
Dark Light Dreamer says if he could have any superpower, he would have teleportation like out of the movie Jumper, which I think would be amazing.
Teleportation would be cool. Although you never know if you mind up teleporting yourself into a wall. How does that work? Never know. So you're stuck in a cave after you teleport yourself into a cave wall.
Could be. Mini Warma says, fly high, Freebird. No, not that one. I think, so I've always loved lightning and electricity. So like Static Shock style, I would love control over electricity. That would be amazing. But also I think it would be really cool to be a speedster like the Flash. Because all the time I think to myself, man, I would love, of course, you know, I'd also love super strength and all that kind of stuff. But when I think about practical application, like strength would be cool. I would love to be super strong. I would love to fly and all that stuff. But what is most likely to keep me alive, you know, if I decided to do anything with my superpower? And I just love the way that in like the Flash and stuff like that, you know, they move so fast, like bullets and stuff like that seem to stand still. And so I think super speed would be really cool because not only could I do stuff and get stuff done at super speed, you know, which we're all pretty convinced that Elston Nation must have that power inside of his brain.
Oh yeah, I believe it.
But it would be cool to do stuff at super speed, sure, but I think it's also the most likely to keep me alive.
Yep. Hang on, I'll be right back. I got some paper towels.
And then, I mean, I think you've seen before, I'm no slouch with the katana, right? So, I mean, think of stuff like that at super speed. I think that'd be cool. Could you imagine like Slade level katana work at super speed? I think it'd be pretty awesome. Wow, I think that's it. That's all my skin tone on 20 boys and a knob.
Hey, look at you. Hey, did you see the pictures I sent you?
Huh?
Did you see the pictures I sent you?
Nope. Oh, that looks awesome, dude. That looks awesome, dude. That's gonna be so cool.
Yeah, I gotta finish printing the rest of them, but I like the engine. The backpack looks really neat.
Oh yeah, the backpack is really cool.
You see a skull on it?
That's one problem I'm gonna have with this one right here. I might just leave it, maybe add a little rubble so it's like a destroyed one. But trying to find one that looks like this Lego brick here
Yeah. I'll have to keep looking to see if I can find a replacement for that one. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Darklight Dreamer says, Mini Warma says that's a good one. That's a really good one. Mini Warma says Wolverine's power, period. Yeah, that's super healing. I mean, that's another one guaranteed to keep you alive.
Well, that's similar to, you know, oh God, I'm going to draw a blank. Ugh. Old age. Where to go?
Darklight Dreamer says either time moves super slow to you, which means like running at super speed would still take forever in your perception, and it moves super fast to you, which would be so super hard to control. Also, I hope super speed comes with super stamina, because I would get so tired. Oh man. Well, I think it does, because you know anytime people explain that, they always talk about, you know, how the metabolism evolves with the super speed. Or you could just take the DC explanation and just say Speed Force, and then you don't have to explain anything. And Roxas loves it.
You know what was funny? That one movie I absolutely love, and I just can. It was. I could think, man, just think. I can put myself in this guy. John Hancock.
Who?
Or Hancock?
Oh, Hancock, yeah.
Yes. That was such a great movie. I actually love that movie.
But you're a romantic, good sir. And Hancock can never be around.
I know. It was like so good though. That's why it was so good. You know? There was so much conflict. Please. Or you could be like Deadpool. Deadpool's another one that can heal fast too.
You can have everything you want and slowly die and lose your powers.
That's true.
Or you can have nothing you want and be amazing.
Right. Yeah.
Time control but greater than speed control. You're right.
So
I don't know. I like the way the TV show Flash, and of course, again, we're getting into using TV to explain things here, but I really like the way the TV show Flash breaks it down for Barry, because it's just like he lives a normal life, but when he wants to be super fast, he just turns it on, you know?
Yeah.
So it's not like everything takes forever to him. It's just, you know.
I think that'd be a really cool deal.
Also, I have to say the way that the Barry Allen in the show does the swoosh, and you know, it looks like he's landing from going at super speed, and it just looks pretty cool. Swoosh. I love that Barry totally ate concrete in the beginning. That was pretty funny. The power of the beard. Elston Nation says he's willing to teach secrets of how he breaks time, but you have to be willing to get up at 5 a.m. every day.
Oh, hell no.
This is why I'll never control time.
Right. I'm the same point. Yeah. Time will just have to wait.
So, dude, I'm really, really, really looking forward to our UK show tomorrow.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be nice to have the Big Mac back. You know.
Our very first of, I mean, okay, so we did one Saturday show on a previous occasion,
right?
For Phil,
right,
going to a Warhammer World event. That was pretty cool.
Dude.
But our Saturday shows weren't a thing at the time, right?
Right.
For us, like actually doing announcing, hey, we're going to be doing Saturday shows. It's going to be a thing that really just started this year. And for actually it as a series, Big Mech was our first guest.
Right.
So it's kind of cool that we're going back. I would say episode 7, but we're missing one. We missed 1 month. So episode 6, back to the Big Mech. Speaking of superheroes, does anyone else find it weird that they seem to have specifically chosen Click to activate the Infinity Gauntlet? A little bit. In the comics, they just hold their hand out or clench their fist or point. Why is it a gesture at all? That's a good question. It's interesting because before Thanos got it, if you read the series where Thanos gets the Infinity Gauntlet, the people he takes the gems from, a lot of them are using it without any gesture whatsoever. It's just like they embody the gem.
Yeah, I use gestures all the time, but I get in trouble with it.
Of course, I'm going to jump fandoms here. Judging by another fandom that I like, belief is a major, major part of how magic works. So, I mean, it could be that Thanos, with all his flair, chose to end, for his speech, his rhetoric, he chose to end, all those lives with the snap of a finger out of, dramatic effect. But then Harry Dresden, by the way, his new book came out this week. If you guys are fans of the Dresden Files, I'm a massive fan of the Dresden Files.
Hell yeah.
And
Dresden,
Harry Dresden always talks about how belief is a large part of where power comes from. So what if, because everyone witnessed Thanos destroy a society with the snap of a finger, what if it's because everyone witnessed that it is the belief that makes them have to snap to activate the Infinity Gauntlet? What about that?
That's a good theory. Very good theory.
A new WoW novel out this week too. Shadows Rising is out. That's cool.
I didn't know they had a novel out. I didn't even know they had any books out.
Oh yeah, Lily's got Arthas's Downfall in a novel form.
Oh, you're kidding me!
Yeah, it's a really good book.
I gotta get into that because I love the
Lily says
story.
she
I
can
love
borrow
the
it.
story that WoW puts out. The Warcraft in general.
As long as it's not one of the stories where they run out of things to say, so they just say,
Yes.
it was the old gods.
Right.
The old gods did it.
No, I love the storylines for that. How he just got tainted, man. He just wanted to save his people, and he just this is so crazy. I'm gonna have to read on it.
Darklight Dreamer says also could be because they're not 100% used to the power yet, and the snap or a physical trigger helps them with the activation in their mind.
That's a little too deep, bro.
Actually, that's also a very Dresden explanation.
Yeah.
Also, Darklight Dreamer, for those who don't know, Darklight Dreamer was a massive, massive fan of the original series of Thanos getting the Infinity Gauntlet to take it to Lady Death. And Darklight Dreamer had first the original comics, he had a trade paperback first, and then for a while was very expensively and painstakingly collecting the individual comics for that. And after all that, he spent quite a bit of money trying to acquire these original Infinity Gauntlet comics, and we lost a whole bunch of that in the move when we left North Carolina. It's actually kind of sad. We actually lost a lot of expensive items in our move from North Carolina to Texas. I had some Voltron stuff, like classic Voltron stuff. Don't get me wrong, I love my new Voltron stuff now. I've got Voltron actually sitting on my top shelf of my models as a centerpiece where all my Imperial Knights are. But I had the classic Voltron and a whole bunch of classic Mighty Morphin stuff. All collector's items, gone. Darklight lost a whole bunch of like I said, the Infinity Gauntlet stuff, gone. Man, and it's crazy because he was collecting all that stuff without knowing that one day the Infinity Gauntlet stuff was going to be super popular like it is now. Think of what a fortune that stuff would be worth now, Darklight. You know, I shouldn't rub salt in the wound. I'm sorry. I have regrets. I apologize. Yeah, we lost a lot of valuable stuff in that move. Oh, and then when I moved from Germany,
he's still going in.
I had a box. We had a whole box of stuff that got lost coming back to America from Germany. Raz says, I was into this before it was cool. Hashtag hipster nerd. That is kind of true, though. He was. Raz used to be a massive Infinity Gauntlet. I mean, he still is, but I mean, he was an original Infinity Gauntlet fan. Because it really fit in with his idea of magic. Anyways, I had a old school, like early 90s Robotech variable configuration Valkyrie from early Macross. And I had that figure in my bedroom. It took me lots of begging and pleading, and I used up a birthday for it. And in the end, it was specifically a lot of the nerd stuff that my dad didn't want us to have. I'm almost convinced that my dad paid like the Army mover guys to drop a box off the truck. Mini Warmut says, thanks, Methos. Now I'm missing my original Star Wars figures from late 70s, early 80s. I love you, Mom. Oh, man. I had a whole bunch of that stuff, too, that got handed down to me from one of my uncles. One of my aunt's exes. And he just gave me a whole bunch of vintage Star Wars toys that would probably be worth a fortune now. I mean, extremely vintage, like original print, early, the 70s era. They were really, really old. And of course, they were in used condition, and we played with them as kids, so they wouldn't be like, great value. But still, I mean, like early print stuff, we had a whole bunch of them. And that was one that, we didn't clean our room one too many times, and Dad just came in with a huge trash bag and made, 70% of our stuff disappear. And I'm just like, man, all that stuff would be so collector stuff now.
Dude, my dad bought me the coolest game or a toy, and I wish he wouldn't have. I wish he would have just like held on to it. I was only about 5, and he bought me a modular Apollo 11 rocket, and each section would actually would actually separate, and it was so intricate. It was all plastic, but it was very detailed. And dude, because during that time, the space race was all the rage, dude. It was all the whole lunar, the lunar landing, and it was crazy in the 70s, and that was the coolest toy. But I did not really understand the true significance, although I did love the whole idea of space. It was so crazy. I remember vividly, man, during that time that McDonald's, everything was space. Everything was the moon. You know how they go into those themes? Well, everything was space themed and all about the moon and everything. And man, I really wish somehow that I kept that. And yeah, a lot of Star Wars, because I did have some original Star Wars miniatures. I didn't know what I had, dude. It was like, gosh, Don't give a 4 or 5-year-old really cool toys. Don't do it. You know, it's like, God. Oh, man. Original G.I. Joes. Jeez, dude, I used to have them. Man, so much fun. Man, I miss that stuff, man.
Talking about how the in old school Infinity Gauntlet stuff reminded, or really matched the way that Darklight Dreamer imagined magic should work. He said it really. I don't know if you remember the old White Wolf games, but we used to have Mage the Ascension, and he said it really reminded me of Mage the Ascension and how the spheres worked in the game with the Marvel Flare. Yeah, that is where we really came into tabletop gaming, was White Wolf Games role playing.
Dude. Oh man, my brother and I went to go see the live action G.I. Joe movie, and oh my gosh, I geeked all over the place. I was like, that was just the coolest thing for me.
That was what?
That was the coolest thing for me, man. The G.I. Joe live action movie, the one with Jamie Foxx.
Yep.
Oh.
Did you? I'm sure you saw the animated movie as a kid.
Yes, I did.
That was so cool, dude. Must have watched that one and the Transformers movie 100 times a piece.
Yep.
Actually, the Transformers movies. I know people. I've mentioned this in the chat a few times. The Transformers animated movie, I literally pretty much watch every year on my birthday.
Yeah.
I've missed the last couple birthdays, but yeah, I mean, those are just amazing to me.
Although,
the G.I. Joe one, though, with Sergeant Slaughter, so good.
Yeah.
Duke, oh my God, the Cobra Law, Duke taking the serpent to the heart. Oh my God. So cool. Oh, those memories. And then the Thundercats movie?
I never watched that one.
No, man. That one was really cool.
My brother was into Thundercats. I really wasn't. I don't know what the hell I was into. Actually, I was more into the Voltron. I don't know why I couldn't get into Thundercats. I'm not sure what it was. I don't know if it was just weird for me or what, but I loved everything mechanical, everything related to space.
Well, that is definitely Voltron to a T, brother.
Oh yeah. I need to finish. I have not even finished the series. I started watching it and I loved it, dude. The new Voltron series.
Oh, okay. I remember I was trying to get you into it, and you were like, I don't know. They might be. I'm afraid that they've messed too much with my childhood. And I'm like, it's so good, dude.
They did a good job.
They did do a good job.
Like, oh my God, they did a fantastic job keeping it so close to the original. Like, oh, this is great.
It is like they kept it close to the source material, but added depth.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Punk wasn't just some hungry idiot anymore. He had a personality.
Yes.
Edge has a very in-depth story.
I was going to say, okay, so it kind of reminds me a bit of the Last Airbender. Okay, so Airbender. That's Avatar, right? The show Avatar, and how it built, the stories built on each other. I love that, and it's so freaking deep. My favorite part though was them learning, first of all, how to manage their own lions, based on their personalities that they got selected by each one. It's just so cool, man. and then coming together, dude, that gave me chills because that was my favorite part every time. Every freaking time I would sit there yelling, yeah! You know, when they come
also,
together.
the fact that I like that they turned one dynamic straight on their head. Like Keith. Keith was always in the original just the straight up Boy Scout, right?
Right.
And then they start off the series, and Keith is a dropout, and he's rebellious, and he has problems with authority, and I'm like, what the hell? But then they give him the backstory and the depth, and then once he proves himself and he becomes a member of the team, like you get to see where the Boy Scout personality kind of comes into play.
Right.
Like he developed into that character. He just wasn't always a Boy Scout.
Right.
You know, it's so much depth to what was already there.
It's like, cool because they really bring in the backstory of that each individual person. That brings the personality, but it also brings conflict, which is really, that's freaking deep, dude. When you bring in conflict for each individual person, and of course they got their demons, you know, each one brings baggage. Yep.
And they did it in such a good way too. Like, okay, sometimes with reboots or say a comic or book adaptation in movie, it's like we want to add, you know, some conflict or some backstory, but they go too far with it. They go too heavy.
It makes no sense, right?
You know, it's like, by the way, this character you've always loved is now a drug addict. You know, and it's like,
right. He's a crackhead now. No, he was never a crackhead. He was not even a drug addict. He never even took NyQuil. Come on. No, he's a crackhead now. And
this other character, you like, has a dark backstory where they strip cats for fun. No, don't ruin my characters. Like, no, they did a good job adding conflict and depth without painting.
Yeah, without jacking with their actual. Yeah, oh my God, it was just great. But again, man, the two of my favorite parts of every show, when they finally come together, and then when he pulls out that sword, man, that just chills, you know. I gotta finish watching that series, dude.
It's so good, dude. It's so good. The ending made me mad, but it's one of those I'll accept the endings.
I need to see if I can find prints for that. Or because I want to be able to paint and have my own Voltron. That'd be really cool.
Yeah, that would be.
Because remember, there were the different stuff. The cats were different from the very beginning, and they I'm trying to remember. So the older ones were more rounded, more, I don't know, not as. I don't know. It's kind of.
No, I feel like the new one is very sleek. The lines are more rounded and sleek.
No, I love the new one.
I think the original were more blocky.
Yeah. You're right. It was more blocky. It just didn't. It was clunky. I don't know, but
I love both of them. I'd take them as different iterations. I love the new and the old equally.
The old ones look like actual cats.
Huh?
I think the old one, if I recall, looked more like cats.
No, those are the clunky robot ones.
Were the clunky robot ones?
They're very square and rectangular. They look amazing.
Which ones? It was the one after ones that looked like cats, like the really like cats. I'm serious. One that was like really. Let me see here.
There was the original where they were blocky, and then there was a follow-up or sequel or something like that where they were cars. Or something. That was one of those where I started watching and I was like, they changed it too much. I just abandoned it.
Yeah. It is.
Painting a Gundam model absolutely would be cool. I think painting a Voltron model would be amazing. Oh, thank God they canceled Thundercats Go. I see that's been echoed in the chat. I really, really am sad with what they did to Teen Titans Go. I really enjoy Titans. the Titans is probably the comic book. Titans and Teen Titans is probably the comic book I have the most of in my collection. I even have some going all the way back to the old 80s Teen Titans comics. Mid 2000s reboot for Thundercats was amazing. I think one of the things that really contributed to the success of the Voltron reboot. I tell you, a lot of these Netflix originals, they really put in the research, and make them good.
Yeah.
I really feel like Young Justice is another good one. Absolutely. Teen Titans actually is another one that Darklight and I actually were writing fanfics for, and actually I had a pretty big one. I got like several chapters in, and my writing creativity had just kicked in full gear, and I had like just chapters on chapters. And I lost those files. That was on an old Gateway computer, I think.
Oh wow. You're going back, dude.
Don't judge me. And I'm sure most of you know file transferring from an old Gateway computer was not easy. Gateway did not like you upgrading your computer or getting new parts or anything. Gateway just wanted you to lease another computer.
Yeah, man. Gateway was so proprietary.
So whenever it died, I lost all of my writing. I had like several stories on there that I just completely lost. And of course, I didn't have them backed up to disk or anything because you never plan on when your computer's going to die. And after that, I tried. Oh, our Teen Titan characters were the beginning of like we actually have original stories for these characters now, but they started out as fanfic characters. Mine and Darklight's were called Magus and Rune. Dragon-blooded characters. It's pretty cool. But yes, I have to say I'm absolutely in love with both the original and the current Netflix Voltron.
I think
I'm just sad that it's over.
Yeah. Yeah, they did a
I want
great
to own
job.
that series. I don't know if they sell DVDs of that. I want to own that series. I mean, I imagine they either do or will at some point because they sell seasons of Orange is the New Black, which is like Netflix's biggest series.
Right.
I have to say, Shiro was my favorite character. Shiro is so hardcore. Freaking love everything about Shiro. Also, I want a laser hand like Shiro. Although I don't, as often as I get frustrated with stupid people, I don't know if that's a power I should have. But I would love to have a laser hand like Shiro. Oh, nice. Pete just released another P&Q video. Guys, I always mention how much I love Mini Warzone. And if you guys could do me the favor of dropping into his P&Q at some point, he just released it. Just give him a question, hobby or otherwise. You know, he's usually pretty good to answer just about anything. You know, and I mean, you know, let him know if Frost and Fist sent you if you want to, you know. Just, he's a great guy, and man, that is someone I definitely would love to get on the Saturday show at some point.
That would be cool.
He's just such a, I don't know, cool guy.
That'd be something that I definitely would like, you know, just have a sit and chat with him. So. Oh, dude, I got to wrap. We got to.
Yep, we got it early morning.
Yeah. Good morning.
And I don't feel like I've gotten a lot done, but I've gotten 1 vampire, Zenithal tonight, and I've gotten 20 boys primed and base coated. Well, got their skin tones done.
Yep.
So while I haven't gotten a lot of things like done, I got a big volume done. And I have something that if I want to try and knock something out during the show, I've got some stuff I can chip away at.
I want to go watch the show now. I want
Yeah,
to watch
should show up for
Voltron.
our Saturday live chat in the morning, all zombified.
Right.
Had to go watch more Voltron.
Yeah. I've been watching Voltron. Binge watching it
Guys,
like crazy.
I know our topics have been all over the place tonight, guys. You guys know when it's a hobby night, we just ramble about whatever comes to mind as we do some hobby together. I hope you guys got some hobby in together. We really enjoy chatting with you guys. And honestly, I was so stressed because, working 12s is, it sucks, but working hard doesn't stress me out normally. But the fact that I couldn't enjoy the things I wanted to enjoy because I worked so much this week was really stressing me out. So the fact that I could get in and get some hobby tonight really, really felt good, guys.
Yeah, it was very relaxing. It really helped a lot.
Yeah. Honestly, this was a kumbaya moment for me.
Yeah.
I felt energized. I had some fellowship with some amazing people like yourself tonight, Freak, and these amazing people in the chat.
Oh, yeah,
it was a good kumbaya moment for me. So
Yep.
thank you guys so much for recharging my batteries. Any closing thought you want to leave off on, Freak?
Man, I'm excited for tomorrow. Can't wait to see the Big Mac.
The Big Mac Dan Skull. By the way, Big Mac, little segue there, is one of our amazing patrons who help us make this happen every week.
Because he's got a big
So
Mac.
I'm going to go ahead and thank our patrons.
Yep.
And guys, you guys know I get a little excited. So if you guys want to, mute me or something for a few minutes or tone me down, I'm just going to thank people who are really helpful to everything that we do. And I'm going to start off by thanking Bloodclaw, Heinrich, Bartha,
Yay.
Bloodclaw, Running Bear,
Bear. Rawr.
Bloodclaw, Richard at the Nerd Life,
Hey, baby.
Bloodclaw, Big Mac Dan Skull.
He's big and he's a Mac.
And our guest for tomorrow.
Yep. Can't wait. Yeah.
At a basketball game tomorrow.
Yes.
Bloodclaw, Brian, the Mini War Mutt.
Woo, 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 woo.
Bloodclaw, Big D, and Lady D at the Gamecraft Dragon. Bloodclaw, Chief Live Gaming.
He's the Chief. Yeah, what's up, Chief?
Bloodclaw, Inquisitor Zane.
Insane in the membrane. Please don't demonetize.
Bloodclaw, Zach, the Crimson Painter.
Bloody red.
Grey Hunter, Brother Roxas.
IT Master.
Grey Hunter, Kaiju Shorts.
Australian Jesus.
Wolfguard, Kalo.
Always dropping trout, bro.
From High Orbit, the Wolfguard, Commodore.
Computer?
The ever mysterious Wolflord Anonymous.
Who's just behind me?
The ultimate Wolflord Meeks. Clapping them cheeks. And our very own Smash Captain, wielder of the Banhammer, the ultimate Wolflord Archer. Thank you so much to our patrons who help us with everything we do every week. Thank you guys so much for joining us in the chat tonight and chatting along with us while we knocked out some projects. And actually, it isn't the same without Freak's sex operator voice. I agree. You know what? But I'm sure he'll recharge those batteries and have the sexiness in the morning.
Oh yeah, I'll have it ready for tomorrow.
Aw. It was great chatting with you guys. Thank you so much for joining us. And if you guys liked tonight's episode, please make sure that you grab up an axe and smash that like button in the name of the Emperor.
Wait for it.
Drop us some comments down below if you're watching with the archive, guys. And feel free to be part of any of these ridiculous conversations. Join us in the morning at 10 a.m. U.S. Central Time or 4 p.m. UK time for our Saturday live chat. And if you guys are not yet subscribed to the channel, then Ricalicioso and I would love to have you guys as part of the pack here on the Frost and Fist. Until next time, guys. Stay tough.
Tonight,